Hey there, health nuts! Your eating habits are a little frightening these days. I'm just assuming that because mine are too. Spending months quarantined indoors can really change your eating habits. Have you thought about cutting sugar? It's something to think about. More than 34 million US adults suffer from diabetes. The number of diabetics worldwide went from 108 million in 1980 to 422 million in 2014. If you're ready to make that leap, there can be great benefits. Let's talk about what happens to your body when you've quit sugar for 1 month. Is it similar to getting off drugs? Will the skin start to inflame? Wait, does your mood really change? We're talking all that and more. Number 1, change in mood. Quitting sugar for a specific amount of time will have you feeling different. If you're hooked on sugary foods and your body is now going without, your mood will change dramatically, for better or worse. Let's talk about dopamine for a second. Known as the feel-good hormone, dopamine is released when the brain feels rewarded. For most people, there's nothing more rewarding than eating their favorite snack. Serotonin is also released during this time, which makes you feel happy. If your body is used to feeling rewarded and it's all of a sudden cut off from the reward, your mood will decline. Feelings of depression may set in after a few days of weaning off sugar. You'll probably feel really irritated as well. When a person on a diet appears to be angrier than they usually are, it's often because of a chemical mood swing. After a week or so, your energy level will start to improve. By the time you hit the 1-month mark, your body will likely be growing accustomed to not having sugar. Do you eat a lot of sweets? Which one is your go-to snack? Sound off in the comment section and start a conversation with our Bestie community. Number 2, you sleep soundly. Quitting sugar will improve your quality of sleep. It seems like a lot of us need this. While it's recommended that you get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, people aren't getting that. In fact, studies show that 1 in 3 US adults are getting less than 7 hours of snooze time. While there are so many factors that contribute to bad sleeping habits, one of them is your diet. Foods containing high amounts of refined sugars mess around with your ability to stay asleep. It'll also affect your ability to dream and maintain memories of new information. This means things you've learned throughout the day. Foods with high amounts of refined sugar include bread, pasta, cookies, pastries, yogurt, tomato sauce, and salad dressing. If you're really thinking of cutting sugar, it's best to start off light and try avoiding these choices. Now you need to realize that cutting sugar is a process. None of the benefits happen immediately. It'll take weeks for your sleep to improve. After about a month or so, you'll likely find yourself falling into a deeper sleep and waking up refreshed and energetic. That is, if there aren't other factors preventing me from sleeping properly. Number 3, weight loss. This is the one you were probably waiting for. It seems like most people go on diets with the goal of losing weight. Well, the good news is that you can lose weight while cutting sugar, but there are other things that go into it. When you eat fatty, sugary, carb-filled meals on a regular basis, it's obvious you're going to lose weight. Many people seem to think all they need to do is cut off sugar. Within a couple of weeks, you can drop a little bit of weight, but eating more protein will also help. Protein is one of the most important parts of weight loss. A high intake will boost your metabolism, not to mention your appetite will be reduced. This happens because protein allows your stomach to feel full for a longer period. It will also allow your body to adapt better to weight loss. In other words, you'll look much healthier. Replacing sugar with more protein will speed up your weight loss process much quicker. You'll notice your belly fat disappearing and a lower weight on the scale. High-protein foods include almonds, broccoli, eggs, chicken breast, and tuna. While cutting refined sugar from your diet, replace them with some of these choices. Another important part of your weight loss process should be exercise. You can't drop weight in a healthy fashion without some cardio and weight training. I get it, not everybody is the running type. Well, have you thought about going for a walk? Studies have indicated that walking just 7,500 steps each day is enough to prevent type 2 diabetes. Further research has suggested that a regular walking routine helps people lose around 3 pounds over the span of just weeks. This is all the more reason to keep it going after that 1 month is over. Before we continue, are you the emotional type? Well, don't be ashamed. As it turns out, it can actually be good for you sometimes. Check out our new video discussing 8 benefits crying has on your body. Now, back to our list of the effects quitting sugar has on your body. Number 4, your skin looks much nicer. Hey, pimple face. How many of us heard that growing up? It's no secret that too much sugar can cause severe acne. Even after your teen years, you can still catch it sneaking up on you. But hey, if you feel embarrassed for being the only person in the group to break out, just know that acne affects 10% of the world's population. There's no doubt that cutting back on sugar can have a significant impact on your acne. Not just that, but the state of your skin in general. Diets that are high in sugar result in an insulin spike, which causes your skin to become inflamed. You'll in turn reduce elasticity in your skin. This will, over time, make your skin look older and rougher. Let's talk about collagen for a second. Collagen is a type of protein that helps the connective tissues in your body. It makes up a third of all the protein in the human body. Healthy collagen provides strength for your cartilage and skin. When you eat nothing but refined sugar, the protein gets damaged. Instead of going for sweets, there are plenty of foods out there that can boost your body's collagen. I'm talking about berries, egg whites, citrus fruits, and garlic. Studies have found that the skin of fish is also a useful source of collagen. By the time that 1 month hits, your skin will be looking a lot better. Looking in the mirror won't be as difficult. Number 5, less cravings. After quitting sugar for a month, one of the more noticeable effects is that you won't crave it as much. Some studies have pointed towards sugar being as addictive as certain hard drugs. This goes back to our discussion of dopamine and the overall sense of joy that's triggered after eating your favorite foods. The same can be said for people when they use drugs, but there is research that contradicts this. Some people say that because your body doesn't become dependent on sugar the way it does drugs, addiction is not the word to use. What sugar does do is bring on some pretty intense cravings. If one of your guilty pleasures is chocolate, your brain is going to want chocolate more and more. When cutting out sugar, it takes a lot of mental discipline not to give in to your craving. It's important to also note that having some sugar every now and then isn't terrible for you. If you're someone who's iffy on going cold turkey, you can always opt once in a while. Experts have pointed out something called the 80-20 rule. This is where you aim to eat healthy foods 80% of the time, with the other 20% of the time towards junk food. Having a cheat isn't likely to derail your diet. Number 6, better digestion. Eating way too much sugar will screw up your digestive system. This is where your food will not process properly. Think about this. When sugar you've eaten can't be broken down in your system, it'll just sit in your bowels. Excess sugar overwhelms your body, taking much longer to digest as it moves through the large intestine. This is where it feeds on harmful bacteria and yeast, adding to an unhealthy gut. You'll also feel really bloated and gassy. Pretty gross, right? After a month of cutting sugar, you'll notice that your body processes food much easier than it did eating all those sweets. Not to get graphic or anything, but your bowel movements will be much easier as well. You'll also feel much lighter with less tension in your stomach. Are you quitting sugar? Are you considering it after hearing about some of these side effects? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait! What kind of Bestie would we be if we didn't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.